Welcome, everybody, to the Sideline Study Podcast. Today is episode 4, and finally, week 1 of the 2018 season is going to be officially underway. Thank you, everybody who's watching from YouTube, everybody who's listening from Patreon or iTunes, wherever the hell this is being played right now. Thank you, all of you, for listening. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Coop. And we run the podcast here every Tuesday nights after SmackDown Live. If anybody has a SmackDown listener out there, we've got a couple of listeners who are fans here, and those are my co-hosts here. First of all, let's welcome from the Kobo Joe, Mr. JP Baker. How you doing, my friend? Welcome back.
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me back. I'm doing pretty good. I'm had a hectic day. My daughter she's giving birth. I haven't gotten word yet whether or not she's given birth or whatever, but they had to induce labor for her because they were worried that she was going to be breech. The baby was going to be breech, but the baby flipped. So they're like, okay, we're going to induce labor just in case the baby decides to flip again. So they induced labor today about 1 o'clock. About 3:30, just before I left. So we're still waiting for word whether or not I'm a grandfather again.
Is the father Flip Gordon?
He might be.
Oh man, that guy does way more flips than Flip Gordon does. By the way, I saw him at All In. He did a great job. There's another person there by your side, and that is Tattoo Mistress, aka Goonie20. How you doing, Heather?
I'm doing pretty good. Good.
She's chewing on her fingernails right now.
She transferred her soul into the chair. She has that teleportation. She has that ability from Marvel. She needs to sell that as a script now to fucking what's his face and make some major cash off of it.
Yep, she's we got some news today, or when was that? Thursday? Last Thursday, we're expecting a baby girl. So
well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Your whole family is going through a very special time right now. Especially you're in the new location, by the way. It's been a couple of hectic weeks.
Yes, we can actually be as loud. We don't have to be quiet when we're on the podcast because I don't want my mommy to yell at me. No, we good.
Oh, I'm the same way. I live in a townhouse right now, and I'm always worried about the next door neighbors always just knocking on my door.
Our next door neighbors are never fucking home.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's
perfect. Oh, that's awesome. And we don't want to leave the other co-host out there because I know he's representing his Panthers strong. Or how you doing, Bobbit?
If this ends up on Pornhub, sorry for your weird masturbation session. Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Why do you always enter with the fucking weirdest shit?
Because it's me.
That's true. That was a dumb fucking question.
Bobbit, he needs to have a grandiose.
I mean,
I love you, man.
Well, if they are watching us from Pornhub, we know where our targeted audience now is, so we have to start focusing there. So, anyways, man, it's just been an amazing preseason. Finally, the preseason is over, ladies and gentlemen, and finally we could talk about what we saw was exciting. Some of the players that we saw from some of our teams from the 4 preseason games that they played, and I'm going to start with Miss Tattoo Mistress with her Baltimore Ravens because they played 5 games, I think, in preseason.
They did. I think it was the most out of any team that played for the preseason this year.
Besides the team that I think Chicago had 5 too, didn't they?
Yeah, we'll get into a little talk with them because they made a huge trade for somebody. We'll get into a later talk with that. But Tattooed Mistress, what do you think of your Baltimore Ravens and who really stuck out and what do they need to improve for Game 1 coming up?
Oh, they definitely need improvement on Lamar Jackson. He's not a very good pressure player. We can see that already. But he definitely needs the improvement. Flacco, as always, did a phenomenal job whenever he got on the field.
Well, you got to remember his preseason. He's not going to get on very much. So.
Yes, but you know.
But he does get to sit behind. Everybody shits on Joe Flacco, and I disagree with that. He's one of the better. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a decent quarterback. and he's older. He's one of those guys that you can rely on to actually sit behind and watch play the game.
Not only that, help coach his replacement quarterbacks.
Well, he shouldn't coach. That's what the quarterback's coach is for. I've said that before. But he can sit there, and the quarterback's coach can sit there and say, okay, you see what Joe Flacco did here? That's what we want to see from him. You know, that's the kind of stuff that they need to do.
I do notice that they did re-sign, or they kept Robert Griffin as the backup to them. Do you think that was a smart move?
Yes, because Lamar Jackson is, again, need of improvement.
He's a rookie. He's what? How old is he? I think he's just like 21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so around that.
He's young yet. In college, like I say all the time, college is a different level. You got college here. I'll try and do it. College here, NFL is way up here. And I'm trying to put my hands on screen because I'm a small little camera.
Do the gator chop. The gator chop. Fucking.
I'm not going to. So the levels of competition are way higher in the NFL. You could be the greatest quarterback in college football, i.e. Danny Werfel, and throw for 5,000 yards in a season, have 38 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. You get to the NFL, and you take a great big giant shit on yourself. I use Rex Grossman as a prime example.
God. Oh, just hearing that first gross word.
I think he was the number 8 pick in the draft. And the Bears were like, he's our franchise guy. He's our franchise guy. He has even though his team went 13-3, thank God he had a really good defense. He had a 0 rating in more games in one NFL season than any other quarterback, I think, ever. Had a 0 rating. He had more 0 ratings in one season than anybody has ever had a 0 rating.
So wait, Curtis Painter did better than him?
Probably.
Oh my God! And Curtis Painter was bad. You guys don't know who he was. He was Peyton Manning's backup, and he was god awful.
Yep. You see what I mean? That Rex Gross, not Rex. Yeah, Rex. No, Jay Cutler was a shitty quarterback. He's another time then against the Bears because they don't know how to coach their quarterbacks, I guess.
I really find it funny how some of these teams name their franchise quarterbacks when I think in their heads that's the right thing they're supposed to say, but they know deep down that's not the right quarterback. I think just to keep their asses on the line, they have to say it. Like when Chad Henne was the quarterback for the Dolphins, the fucking GM came out and was like, "This is our franchise quarterback right here." Are you kidding me? Where the fuck is he doing?
Right.
So I think they just try and cover their asses when they try and say where their franchise quarterbacks are coming from. Right. But I do like what I'm seeing from Baltimore, especially going undefeated, I think, in the preseason. So, yeah, it is preseason, but I've liked what I've seen from Baltimore's depth. I really like their running backs. Alex Collins, really looking forward to see him. And
their defense has a couple of holes I would like to see filled, but they're not doing too bad.
Oh, they still got Terrell Suggs there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to Mr. Bobbit over here with this Carolina Panthers. What do you think about your preseason games and going into week 1? What do you want to see from your Carolina Panthers, Bobbit?
Well, we're not going to have Thomas Davis for the first 5 games, so it's gonna hurt, but not as bad as people says it's going to be, because we have enough spots, to fill him, to temporarily fill in for him while he's serving his suspension for whatever the fuck he did.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's going to hurt, but not bad. And of course, with that wide receiver, it's going to hurt too, but not like our preseason was good, but then again, it's preseason, and so it's going to be interesting to see how we do against Dallas.
I'm really looking forward to that. And the final person we got to get to. Oh, by the way, before we move on, your Carolina Panthers, I'm having really high hopes about Christian McCaffrey having a breakout year this year. I really hope he does because,
trust me, dude, he was like his rookie year was superb.
Mm-hmm. Now he's got to really help the team because Cam Newton can't do it by himself anymore. He's got to have Christian McCaffrey helping him out.
I mean, Cam can still run like a beast, but he needs help.
After a Superman dive on his head, I wonder if he got help after that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he keeps it up, he'll be in a fucking psych ward.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, Cam Newton, he's got some weapons. Christian McCaffrey is definitely one of those weapons I hope has a breakout season. Let's finally go on to Mr. JP Baker's Green Bay Packers. And what did you think of your team for preseason? And who stuck out to you the most? What you had a lot of injuries that piled up.
Mostly backup players.
Mostly backup players. I'm not too worried about their starters. As long as their starters stay healthy, I think they'll be all right. They did go out and they traded for some players to fill some spots.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jake Ryan's out for the year. That's okay because Blake Martinez is that guy. That they wanted Blake Martinez that they wanted Jake Ryan to be, but Blake Martinez is that guy. That guy is amazing. They drafted really well, so they filled the spots that they needed. Their defensive backfield, their secondary, I think is going to surprise a lot of people. I know it hasn't been very good lately. It's going to surprise some people. Their front seven, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you've got Mike Daniels. You've got Kenny Clark's another year older. You got Dean Lowry, I think his name is.
Is Julius Pepper still there?
No, he's back in Carolina.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So I to be honest with you, I even though they went 2-2, they lost to Kansas City last week, but they didn't play their starters at all in that game, and they were still competitive. So I will see. I don't know whether or not Kansas City played any of their starters or not, but because I don't know who they have for starters. I don't pay attention to Kansas City anymore, but I don't. I used to. But I think they're going to be tough this year. Green Bay's defense looks so much better than it has. Just watching them against the Raiders, who have a very potent offense, and they were able to stop them. They didn't let them score. I think they scored 3 points.
Yep. It was a pretty low-scoring game.
So, they ended up losing, but they only gave up 3 points to their starters. And plus, they were going through some injuries at that time. So, the year the Packers won the Super Bowl, they had that next guy step up. So, they are deep. Mm-hmm. And that is what they were missing over the last couple of years is the depth. So
I think one guy that you were mentioning about a trade that they got from Oakland actually was Ryan Switzer. I think he's a wide receiver, right?
Also got a kid they just traded for a kid from San Francisco, and then they got Antonio Morrison from the Colts as well.
So they've done quite a little bit off-season work, or preseason work.
Yeah, I mean, they filled spots. They didn't fill starting roles. I mean, they filled slots just in case, because apparently that kid that they drafted, that Warren, whatever his name is, or whatever, I can't remember his name. Well, he got hurt, but they're filling nicely. I think they're going to be a solid team. Their defense, they got rid of Dom Capers. He was the fucking pro. I hated that guy. I actually, like, one of the first I started YouTube, there's a video of me that's just going off on fucking Dom Capers.
Yep.
Oh, we have to find that video footage and play back on history footage here.
Video he ever did for his channel. So.
Yeah, it was the night the Packers lost to the Panthers.
We'll have to go back and look at the footage.
The Packers actually had a chance to win that game without fucking Aaron Rodgers, with Brett Hundley, who they traded to Seattle for a 6th-round pick next year. So Green Bay's been making some moves here lately. So I have nothing to complain about with the Packers. I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be a team that's going to surprise them. They're going to be really good this year. I shouldn't say surprise because they're always good as long as Aaron Rodgers is on the field.
Well, they do have more competition coming up in that division because the headline news that made this week, Khalil Mack from the Oakland Raiders got traded to the Chicago Bears. Your thoughts?
So, my thoughts, not one player does a team make.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great defensive player, not taking that away from him, but he can't score points. What is Chicago going to do on offense? Yes, they have Matt Trubisky, but has he really done anything great? They wasted they gave him a buttload of money that they don't have. Well, they do, but they could have spent it elsewhere and then gave up 2 first-round picks and a 3rd-round pick, I think.
Yeah.
That's not smart.
It was a lot that they gave up.
They gave up a lot and a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah, because as you give up those draft picks, and then you have to sign him for the biggest contract at that position in NFL history. It's like, holy shit.
And the Packers re-signed. Everybody's like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is leaving. Aaron Rodgers is going to leave Green Bay. Nope, just signed a 4-year extension. So he's going to be there for another 6 years.
Green Bay's always done a good job with their depth and signing them for a long time. They've always done that with like building their depth from the young kids and then growing with that core.
If you notice, Green Bay isn't one of those teams that goes out into free agency. They did this year. Look at who they got in free agency. They went out and got Mercedes Lewis. They went out and got Aaron Rodgers.
They got fucking Jimmy Graham.
They got Jimmy Graham. They've got receiver type tight ends. 3 of them. Because Lance Hendricks is a really good tight end. He played at Wisconsin. Watching him in college, oh my God. I'm surprised he wasn't. He's that prototypical tight end. He's 6'4", 250. He can block, and because he came from Wisconsin, because that's what they do. They fucking run the ball. 6'4", 250, can run, can catch, and can block. So they have depth. That for any team in the NFL is scary. They're right up there with New England on offense. Just watch.
What about Miss Tattoo Mistress and Bobbit? You two are a little quiet with this topic here.
Because there's the
I get cut off with him all the time, so it's like, okay.
Bobbit, what do you think of Khalil Mack being signed for all that money?
I do have one question. Anybody here actually pay attention to any game from the Lions? No? Okay.
Wait, the Lions are a good team? No, they actually have a couple of young players. You got to watch this Kerryon Johnson kid. I think he's a rookie and he's making a statement. Apparently, Amir Abdullah is the odd man out when it comes to the running back situation in Detroit. So look for him to have a new home somewhere if he can't get a spot in, and this young rookie is going to take over this role.
I want to say this one thing real quick, Sarah. You got to remember, you can't. This is the problem that I have with people comparing players.
Mm-hmm.
Von Miller, I can understand when you're comparing him and Khalil Mack, even though they played 2 different positions. Khalil Mack's a middle linebacker. He's not an outside guy. At least I think he's not an outside guy. I can't remember. I could be wrong. But
I thought he was a defensive end.
Well, in if you have a 4-3 scheme, but if it's a 3-4, it's an outside linebacker.
Oh, okay.
But you can't compare Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt to the same position because Aaron Donald's a defensive tackle, man. He's 300 pounds. He plays in the middle. He gets right in there with the offensive linemen. So you can't compare Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's probably the best defensive tackle in the league, but he's not. They're 2 different players. Khalil Mack is the future linebacker in the NFL. I guarantee it.
Well, here's my situation with signing a player for that amount of money.
Yep.
Injuries. You sign him for all this money, and he gets injured. I think Khalil Mack has already had a major injury in the past, hasn't he, when it comes to an ACL tear? I could be wrong. I have to go back and look. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs at some point. I'm just wondering he was out. No, he didn't?
Yeah,
he's never.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Wait, Khalil Mack has never played for the Chiefs?
No, he played for the Raiders. He was traded from the Raiders.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I thought years ago he played for Kansas City Chiefs when they had that wicked defense. My bad. No, I guess not. I must be thinking of another player that was really good for the Chiefs at quite some years ago.
Right. And here's one more thing I want to add to that. Don't blame John Gruden for that.
No.
You fucking idiots. John Gruden had nothing to do with that.
No.
He's not the general manager. I mean, I don't want a guy on my team that doesn't want to fucking play for me because all he wants is a fucking money. Because that's all Khalil Mack wants. Because he is that good, but he's got to prove it first. It's the Darrelle Revis fucking syndrome everybody's got. Just because Darrelle, you know what I'm talking about, Coop. Yeah. Darrelle shuts down fucking Randy Moss for a game and thinks he's the fucking greatest thing since fucking Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did Bobbit have any thoughts on the Khalil Mack situation at all, or?
This is the only thing I've got on it. One player doesn't make the team better. Like, the Bears is still going to suck because they're the Bears. The Bears always suck.
All right. Well,
it's like putting fucking Luke Kuechly in Cleveland. It ain't going to do jack or shit.
Well, again, don't shit on fucking Cleveland. I'm telling you, they're going to be better than everybody thinks.
They're going to get 2 wins. They're going to get 2 or 3 wins with that offensive. That offense, they've got some talent on offense. We'll
I think they're going to surprise you. I really do.
Yeah, I really think Cincinnati's going to take a step back in that division, and Cleveland might take a step ahead of them this year.
Yeah. It's going to surprise you.
But let me just quickly talk about my New York Jets, and then we'll get into the some Week 1 picks. And
they're going to end up in the dumpster again.
I'll let Heather and Coop go on this one.
Well, my New York Jets, they got Sam Darnold, who did very well, obviously, in preseason. Obviously, he was named the starter. Josh McCown finally gets to take the backseat mentor role because, we've seen enough what Josh McCown is. And if it was my decision, I would have still gone with Josh McCown because he's still got the wicked arm that can throw deep balls. But apparently, they want to see what Sam Darnold could do from Week 1. And apparently he's really good with inside the pocket. So I don't know. Let the kid play a few games, see how he does. But if not, then I stand by my statement. Then they should have started Josh McCown in there instead. So that's just my opinion. And because to me, they don't have too many good weapons in New York. They really don't. They have Jermaine Kearse. They have Jermaine Kearse. I think they were looking at bringing in Brashad Perryman. That's a possibility. He's been pretty quiet, and he's been a former first-round pick. Fuck, the only news they're making is the fucking kicking position. They're signing Dan Bailey, the former kicker of Dallas. That's their big statement that they're going to do. They're going to get more field goals this year. That is their goal when it comes to the Jets. So,
right.
As long as they have that kicker that can kick within 60 yards, we're good. We don't need Nick Folk anymore. You guys, do you guys still have Mason Crosby in Green Bay?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay. I thought at some point he tried out for the Jets at some point. Like, I could be wrong, but
Green Bay is never going to let that guy go.
Oh, well, the preseason, there was a lot of kickers, actually, that got released from their team. I keep saying San Diego, but they're fucking Los Angeles now. The Chargers let go of theirs. The Cowboys let go of theirs. The Seahawks let go of theirs. He was a 10-year kicker there. So it was mostly they kicked their kickers to the curb.
You mean their punter?
And they're punters. They're both.
Hauschka, where did he go?
He went to Buffalo.
Okay. But that was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was last year. Hauschka hasn't been around for a few years. I have no idea where he's been now. But anyways, yeah. So my Jets, I think they're not gonna do well, but I think they're gonna put up a fight at least.
Every year, but you know what? They end up falling down that hill.
Well, I mean, they always have something that goes wrong. I mean, a couple of years ago, they could have made the playoffs, and Fitzpatrick with his Fitzmagic fucking turning the ball over. Anyways, but yeah, that's been our problem with Jets is turnovers. They got the Sanchez that did fucking terrible, but yeah. Hopefully this is what I call it the damn Sam Darnold era.
Yes.
Damn Sam Darnold. That's what I'm calling him for a nickname. Hashtag damn Sam Darnold. So if it pisses you off, damn Sam Darnold. I don't know. That's gonna be on fucking t-shirts. I'm copyrighting that shit. All right. So was there any rookies that stuck out to you guys with any teams in the preseason?
Not that I caught on to. I mean, I'm sure there was.
There's with every year in the rookies, there's always at least 2 or 3 shining stars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're probably gonna Saquon Barkley, I guess, was pretty good this preseason,
right?
But he's a beast anyway. I watched him play.
Yeah.
That guy is just fucking. There's no. I mean, It killed me every fucking time I seen him play Wisconsin because I had to see it every fucking year. It's just, but he was beast on the defensive side. I mean, for me, from what I seen, the 2 guys that we got in the first round and the second round that the Packers got are pretty good. Jair Jackson and the kid from Iowa, Josh Jackson, I think it is. Something like, I can't remember their fucking names. I fucking don't know.
they're no names until the
Alexander and Josh Jackson. That's who it was. And Josh Jackson, when he was at Iowa, and I said this once before, watch out. Josh Jackson from the cornerback from Green Bay, he's the only reason that Iowa scored against Wisconsin. He had more fucking yards returning interceptions than Iowa did in that game on offense. So the kid's good. The kid's legit. So Ball Hawk, I like that. Just as long as he plays coverage as well, I'm okay with it. So that's who stood out with me. But Saquon Barkley on offense, if you're a Giants fan, you will love it. You will love it. Everybody's like, who's Saquon Barkley and where did he come from? Well, he came from Penn State. He's the second pick in the draft, I think, this year. Y'all need to watch college football. I'm telling you, there's a reason why.
They're the future.
They're the future. Because you sit there and you want to talk fantasy football, you want to project your future fantasy football league, watch college football. I'm telling you.
There was I think there was a big game that the Fighting Irish fought somebody this weekend.
Michigan? They played Michigan.
Okay, yeah, because on JB's channel we got Doug Abney, who's really into the sport. He's not a big Notre Dame fan, all.
Michigan's overrated.
Always has been.
Not really. I mean, Michigan was pretty good a couple of years ago. They were pretty good last year, but Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame. My brother fucking hates Notre Dame because he's a Michigan fan. And I talked to him because I went to the Metallica concert with him, and I said, "So Notre Dame fucking kicked Michigan's ass," and he's like, "Hey, they're really good." So Notre Dame might be legit this year. I don't know.
Well, actually, since we're on the subject, why don't we now we're about 40 minutes into the show, so now is the time to sit back and let JP take over when it comes to the college football section because college football started. And I'm pretty sure Bobbit wants to get involved with some college talk here with his with his
game that was played.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm a little upset by that, but anyway, it's all right.
All right, so I'll sit back and watch, and I'll let JP take it away.
All right. What I took away from this weekend from college football, I'll just brush over it really quickly. I watched probably 3 games this weekend. I didn't get to catch the game Bobbit's going to talk about because I was watching Raw. I mean, I went over, flipped over every now and then, but I watched Raw. Dumbass. But anyway, so Wisconsin is going to be really good this year.
Speaking of Wisconsin, their quarterback and their running back.
We're at the concert.
We're at the Metallica concert.
Oh, nice.
They're going to be good. Ohio State, they're going to be decent as he's hitting the bomb. I'm kidding. You're good. Wisconsin, going to be good. Big Ten's going to be better than everybody's going to give them credit because it's all about the fucking SEC. But one thing that I did not watch, and I didn't get to watch because I was with Danielle, I think. Right? Yeah, okay. Because I was with my daughter, was the no, we were at Metallica.
But yes.
Miami LSU. I want to talk about that real quick. And I know Bobbit's like, oh, holy shit, Miami LSU beat Miami.
LSU is a good team.
LSU has athletes. Miami does, but they don't get the athletes that LSU does. If you want to talk about two teams that get the athletes, Alabama and LSU. LSU gets the athletes Alabama don't.
Right.
Are they the ones with the yellow jerseys?
Yeah, yes. They're the yellow pants and white jerseys.
Okay, I was making sure. Yes, I think. Yeah, I think years ago there was a bunch of players that got suspended from the team for some reason or something.
Yeah, well, that happens.
It's college.
It's college football. Kids
fucking brats.
Right. Alabama. I mean, what can you fucking say? Louisville, I don't think is going to be very good this year. So, I'm pretty skeptical on what Louisville's going or how good Alabama is going to be. We'll see what happens when they get into the SEC. They're going to be good. They're going to be right there at the end. I hate to say that.
So wait. You mentioned a team going into the SEC. So somebody's going into a division now?
Well, see what they do is they have non-conference. They play teams from all over the country. Like Auburn played Washington this weekend, which was the only top 10 face-to-face this weekend. They usually end up having one or two, like once a week. They always have like a top 10 matchup. So Auburn came into the week number 6, and I think Washington came into the week number 9, or I could have been like flip-flopped. Whatever I had last week is what they were ranked. Auburn ended up winning. Ended up beating Washington. It was a really good game. I don't know how great the SEC is going to be because the Pac-12 is okay, but they're not great. Now, whoever's a UCLA fan, have fun with Chip Kelly. He's a fucking idiot.
Hey, good luck with
that.
I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for anybody with that guy. That guy is fucking horrible.
The guy's a health nut, and he fucking he makes his players do like more than they're supposed to.
He's but his coaching philosophy is he's a knucklehead. He's all about the offense. He doesn't care about the defense. When he coached at Philadelphia, why do you think Philadelphia never had a winning season? Because he ran that no-huddle spread offense that he likes to run. And he's
I'm sorry. It looks like Heather was sniffing your shoulder for a second. It's like, I wonder what this body odor is. It smells like,
You have time of possession like 10 minutes, and you think you're going to fucking win in the NFL, you're on dope. That's just
I usually am, but
I
play video.
You're not a coach.
But I am when I'm playing the Madden games.
But Bobbit's I watched very little bit of the Florida State Virginia Tech game. Now I'm a Florida State guy, so I was a little upset by what happened last night.
They got spanked.
They did. They got spanked last night. Which Virginia, I think Virginia Tech's going to be one of those teams again this year. They're going to be right up into the hunt. I don't think they're going to get there, but they're going to be in the hunt. So I'm going to let Bobbit take over because he's going to go through the rankings. I haven't had a chance to look at anything today because I've been at the hospital. But take her away, Bobbit.
Alrighty, so number 1, everybody knows it's Bama. Number 2 is Clemson. Number 3, Georgia.
Yep, they jumped.
That's a big jump.
No, it's not.
Number 4 is Ohio State.
Yep, they jumped over Wisconsin because they scored 77 points against the team that I could score 77 points against. But go ahead.
5 is Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
6 is Oklahoma.
Yep.
7 is Auburn. 8 is Notre Dame. 9 is Washington.
That tells you how good Washington is if they only fall 3 spots.
I should start watching Washington then.
They have. I like their coach. He's a really good coach. He's the former Boise State coach.
Oh,
He's
nice.
One that had that. I don't know if you watched it in the Fiesta Bowl. He did that trick play.
No,
Oklahoma.
there's too many trick plays in College Bowl. I mean, like, yeah, they fucking throw bombs and they get like over 50 points sometimes in games.
Right.
All right. 10 is Stanford. 11 is LSU. 12 is my team, Virginia Tech.
Wow, they jumped 8 spots, Bob. You said only 2. Go ahead.
I'm really happy with that. 13 is Penn State. 14 is West Virginia. 15 is Michigan State. 16 is TCU. 17 is USC. 18 is Mississippi State. 19 is UCF. 20 is Boise State. 21 is Michigan. 22 is Miami. 23 is Oregon. 24 is South Carolina. And 25 is Florida.
And LSU is not in the top 25 yet.
No, LSU was number 11.
Oh, Jesus. They jumped 14 spots. Yeah. They were number 25. So you can see, take that, the jumping of, like, Miami dropped fucking 20 spots. They were number 8. They didn't drop 20 spots. They dropped to what, Bobbit?
22.
So they dropped 14 spots. I think they dropped right about where LSU was.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put this is why I don't like when they rank teams right off the bat. Give it a couple of weeks. Let them play. Yes, Alabama's going to be the best team in the country, but what if they get beat next week? Are they still going to be in the top 5? They shouldn't, because I think they're playing Virginia Tech alumni next week, because that's what the SEC does. Everybody thinks the SEC plays a fucking schedule, but yeah, they play their tough conference schedule, but everybody has a tough conference schedule. But when you play fucking the Citadel every fucking year,
yeah,
how tough is that? I mean, Wisconsin played Western Kentucky, but they were a bowl team last year. They're playing BYU, who just beat who were we watching the other day?
Arizona.
Yeah. I mean, BYU played them. I mean, Wisconsin plays I can't remember who they play this weekend.
Is that Kansas?
No. But it's against one of those teams that they may not make the bowl game, but you can't. But everybody shits on the Big Ten and every other conference that plays this weak-ass fucking schedule, but yet fucking Alabama plays like a Citadel every fucking year. They always have that 1 game or 2 games on their fucking schedule that everybody's like, well, that's a win. They beat them fucking 77-0. It's because they don't fucking play anybody. Give me that shit. You know, and they're shitting on every other conference because they don't have as tough of a schedule. Give me a fucking break. But yeah, I mean, with the top, with the rankings, and I should have said this 2 weeks ago, with the rankings, they need to wait just a couple of weeks before they bring them out because there could be some shit that happens. Like we've seen this past weekend. Miami got beat by LSU. LSU was ranked number 25. And where are they at? Number 11? Mm-hmm. How can they jump 14 spots and jump over a Penn State who was pretty good last year? You know, I mean, come on. If you're gonna fucking do that shit, get rid of the rankings and give them a couple of weeks, and then start ranking teams. That's the way I think they should do it. They don't though. What'd you think about you watched the game last night, Bobbit?
I did.
And if you weren't not a fan of Virginia Tech or Florida State, give me your honest opinion. What would you have thought of that game? You probably were going to say, because I know you said I'm worried about the game tonight because of Florida State. Florida State has that tradition where they're always usually have the athletes. They don't have the athletes of an Alabama or an LSU, but they have the athletes.
Last night, if I wasn't a huge Virginia Tech fan as I am, it was pretty much Virginia Tech's offense and defense was, oh my God, they were superb.
Yeah.
Because Florida State had some big moments. I am not going to deny it with Matt. You know, they made it to where I got worried a couple of times.
Right.
But their penalties and I don't know. Every time they got to the red zone, they couldn't capitalize on it. They missed 2 field goals from the 10-yard line.
So a 20-yard field goal. Okay.
Yeah.
Were they at because when you kick it at an angle, you got to remember the hash marks are wider in college football than they are in pro.
Yeah.
So in pro football, they're like right on the they might be just outside of it, but the hash marks are right in line with the goalposts. So, but college football I can't remember how far they are apart, but they're wider, and the goalposts are about as wide as the pro goalposts. Now, if I was a betting man, I would do that for pro football. Widen the hash marks for the pros and shrink the hash marks for the college football guys. That's just me, though, because kicking at that angle, now imagine you're kicking. You got to remember the guy, like the goalpost is here, and the guy has to kick from way over here at an angle from just 20 yards away. It's not as easy as you think. I used to be a kicker. So
all like that, but it was raining heavily last night too.
That's what I heard. So college football, if you don't watch it, you need to.
Yes.
You need to. Because you're going to see the future. You watch Alabama, you see a bunch of pro players in there. College football transcends to pro football if you watch enough of it. Yes, the levels are different. You can see who's a pro and who isn't. Like a Jadeveon Clowney. Good fucking Lord, that play he had against Michigan. He was just in another stratosphere. But he took that as being that he doesn't have to do the work that everybody else does, so he's going to be fucking lazy.
I think no matter what level of football, I enjoy just watching the game of football itself. When I go to the gym, sometimes they'll have on Fridays high school football going. I'll watch that for fuck's sakes. So it's just the game of football is just fun to watch.
For me, it is. I love watching just football.
I do too.
Even the CFL. If CFL is on and that's all it's on, and there's nothing else on, I'll pop that shit on. I don't care.
Yeah, unfortunately, I will too. Canadian broadcast is not as good as American stuff. We have to I
will agree.
Steal your signals just to get fucking good quality shit over here.
We'll trade Chris Collins. We'll let you guys have Chris Collinsworth. That guy sucks.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, you guys had Jay and Dan for quite some time over there. They stunk. They stunk over there. But they're fine over here in Canada. They have a market here for some reason. I guess Canadians just have that goofy sense of humor.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Is there any college football games that we should look forward to this weekend?
Bobbit, have you seen anything? You know what? Just ESPN. Let me look. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm here.
Man. If you want to into.
Well, I will certainly be looking at I think usually the college games are Saturdays, so
Yeah.
I will be looking on my local Shaw cable in Vancouver here. What the fuck we have for for teams, but I'll see what we can get, but I will certainly do it.
USC Stanford could be interesting.
USC at who?
Stanford.
Okay, there's a game. That could be an interesting game. I'm looking to see what the big game of the week is going to be. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, I always look forward to the Army versus Navy game for some reason.
Right.
That's always a fun game because that's a huge rivalry right there, just between the two branches.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's probably the game of the week that I'm looking forward to. I probably won't watch it because I fucking hate USC. But hold on a second.
The Trojans, Trojan man. So
right.
got a giant condom.
Let me see. Let's go with. They don't have top 25. Okay.
All right, so just watch college football was ever on your TV.
And just give me a second. It looks like that's probably the game of the fucking week right there. USC, Penn State Pitt is usually a pretty good one. Michigan State and Arizona State, that might be a good game. Clemson and Texas A&M.
Oh, there you go. That sounds like a big one.
We'll see how good Clemson is. They're going up against Texas A&M. Wisconsin plays New Mexico. That's probably going to be a blowout.
New Mexico? What the?
UCLA overrated against Oklahoma. Alabama plays Arkansas State. Oh, here it is. Here's the game to look out for. Georgia versus South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There you go. That's a big game.
SEC matchup. That game will be on CBS, which
Nice.
is I don't know what that is for you guys up there, but if you get it, that'd be the game to watch.
We'll probably stream it from an American network somehow in Canada. I think we'll probably get it on TSN or something.
You could.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, we don't have too many networks here in Canada. I think we have 2 or 3 sports networks. That's it.
Okay, I'll look more into it next week for sure. Again, today I'm sorry I had to go visit my daughter and take care of my grandson while she was popping that other fucking kid out.
Hey, family first, but we're coming out almost to the hour-long mark on this podcast. So if you guys want any more thoughts on the college topic, or should we move on to our week 1 picks?
It was just the first week in college football. We'll get into the grind of it when it gets deeper into the season for sure.
All right. Well, then it is time, ladies and gentlemen. We've been waiting for like fucking months for this. and now the big moment is here, ladies and gentlemen. It is our picks for week 1 for the NFL. And we start off with the kickoff game on Thursday night between the Atlanta Falcons and the Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, who is starting Nick Foles at quarterback. Since Carson Wentz is not healthy enough to play, that could be a factor. Now, let's go with your predictions. If everybody in the chat room wants to give your predictions, I'll write it down on this notepad, and we'll come back for week 2, and we'll start keeping track of who is the best predictor here on the Sideline study.
Okay, first off, where is this game at?
I think it's in Philadelphia. Usually the Super Bowl team hosts the game, right?
Not always.
No, not always.
Really?
Not always. I mean, the year the Saints won the Super Bowl, the Packers had the home game and played the Saints, and the Packers beat the Saints. So
Yeah, well, it's a home game for Philadelphia.
okay. I'm gonna go with. Look, Nick Foles won them the Super Bowl last year.
That he did.
I love Carson Wentz. He will be the starter when he comes back. I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles.
You're going Philly? All right. So JP's on Philly.
Atlanta. I think they're going to have a good team again. But I think Philadelphia is still the team to beat. They're going to probably win that game. It's going to be closer than people think. It'd probably be like a 20 or 31-27 like type game where they're going to score a lot of fucking points. But I'm going with Philly.
And what about Tattoo Mistress? Who are you going with?
I have to go with Philly.
Philly as well? All right. And Bobbit, what about you?
I have to go with Philadelphia.
Oh boy, we're all going Philly on this one.
It happens. It happens. We go through with it with our wrestling predictions. A lot of us choose a lot of the same shit.
You know what? Screw you all. I'm going with Atlanta. I just piss off everybody.
One of those games. It could be Atlanta could be that team again this year. They are an every other year team. They did it 2 years ago. They could be that team again this year. I know that TSS said the Falcons. He's taking the Falcons.
TSS is going Falcons?
Yes, he is.
Okay, TSS Falcons.
He thinks it's going to be a low-scoring 20-17 game. Now it could be. But usually with the emotion of the game itself, it could be one of those games where the score just gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the fans are all into it, I guarantee it. It's going to be their first game since they won the Super Bowl, so the fans are going to be fucking hyped. So
I just wrote in the chat room, make sure everybody in the chat room, you give your picks now so I write them down. Sorry if I interrupted at all.
Oh, no. I was just going to say it's tough to beat Philadelphia at Lincoln Field, especially when they have a team like they do.
Mm-hmm. I gotta be honest right now. I have a feeling about that defense for Philadelphia. I don't know. It's like Atlanta has something to prove this year. They need to come out. They need to come out swinging against the Super Bowl champions. They need to play up. They need to put up points. And we saw in the Super Bowl that the defense can be a struggle-ish in the fourth quarter when it comes to Eagles. But the same situation that goes for Atlanta as well with their defense. But I think they might have done something to trim up their starters. So hopefully they pull off the upset, in my opinion, and get the win over the Super Bowl champions.
Okay, Aaron Alpha Excalibur is taking the Eagles as well as David Wells.
David Wells and Alpha are taking Eagles. Yep. Okay. That means Sarah. We're missing Ronnie.
Yep.
David.
Probably hip deep into the Mayans right now. Sarah was here. I don't know if she is still here though.
Oh, she took the Eagles.
All right, Sarah's going Eagles. And for all the listeners that are wondering what's going on here, we have a bunch of people in the live chat room. And if you guys want to make your predictions as well, you can as well. Just write comments in the Twitter feed under episodes. You can write comments in the YouTube episodes. Just make sure you interact with us, and so we can keep track of your predictions as well. And let's find out who is the best predictor here this year.
Right. And what I will also do this in the Drama Free Zone chat. You can DM them to me or whatever. I'll do my best to keep track. Heather's usually home, so she'll be in there. You can DM them to any one of us. I would suggest that just in case somebody didn't catch anything, and then we'll consider that part of the thing as well.
Yeah, my apologies if I do not read messages. But you got to understand that I get fucking 400 notifications every 3 hours on my Twitter feed now because of this fucking Twitter karaoke shit.
Yeah.
I'm not calling it shit, but I get I can't even go through old messages that are important anymore because all I see is these feeds. I have no problem because I've gained at least 20 new followers on Twitter in the last 3 days or something like that. So I have no problem, but it's just hard to keep up with notifications all the time.
30 Twitter notifications just for the Twitter karaoke on my phone right now. Over the card game.
Okay, like the Twitter karaoke thing, people, it was only supposed to be done once a week on Sunday.
People doing 5-6 videos in the same day.
Yeah, and now Gina and Michael and all of them just love doing it every day now. So
Yeah,
it's like I'll stay with my once a week, and I'll stick with the comedy songs. But
I've got to do mine yet, and I'm doing "Dancing Queen" by ABBA. I said that I would do that.
Oh, I've got my next one in mind. Mine's from a band called Lonely Island.
So mine is going to be a little tribute to Road Dogg Jesse James, since he is also part of that Twitter feed.
He wants to go. He wants to try. I swear to fuck.
I'm excited for that.
I swear to fuck. I don't know how this shit happened, but apparently he wants to do Twitter karaoke. So I'm fucking.
He keeps a close eye on that Twitter feed.
I will take that video. I will put it on loop in one of those fucking frames that shows the video in your house, and I will have that playing for guests when they come to the house. Oh man, but yeah, we totally got off topic.
That happens to the best of us.
Yeah, so I think a lot of you are going Philadelphia. The only people that are going with Atlanta is myself and TSS. We're gonna prove all you wrong.
Good
luck with that.
Because he's a Cowboys fan. So
okay. So the next game we have is the Buffalo Bills versus the Ravens. That is the first game on Sunday.
My chance, you know my choice right there.
Don't get too fucking excited.
All right. We got Heather down for Baltimore. JP, who are you going with?
You really have to think about it. It's the Buffalo Bills.
I understand.
People keep forgetting that that's even a team.
They made the playoffs last year and knocked the Ravens out of the playoffs last year.
Yep. So you're going Buffalo or Ravens?
It's a toss-up. It's one of those toss-up games. I'm going to go with Baltimore Ravens just because I think they have the defense this year. I think their defense is going to be their offense is going to be a little suspect, but because I don't know what they have for receivers. I think the Ravens are going to win just based off their defense. They're that good.
I see a lot of people in the chat are going Ravens as well. Bobbit, what about you?
I'm going to be the oddball here. I'm going Buffalo.
Ooh.
Toss-up game. They don't have Tyrod Taylor this year. That's the decision. That's where my decision comes in.
Okay, so with my predictions, first of all, Buffalo is starting Nathan Peterman. I believe that's who they're starting as quarterback. So
that's who TSS just said.
That's what they're missing. Tyrod Taylor was a decent quarterback. Is a decent quarterback. He's not great. He's a great manager of the game. I just don't see, and I agree with everybody else. It's gonna come down to the quarterbacks and defense.
Which TSS also chose the Ravens.
Yeah, I am gonna go with the Ravens as well myself. I think Buffalo is not going to stand a chance against the Baltimore core.
So it's like even though they made the playoffs and knocked my team out, workers forget that we have 3 teams, not 2.
All right, so I think that was more one-sided than the previous game.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the next one. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be taking on the hyped-up Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants. Your predictions. Let's start with Bobbit.
Jaguars.
Okay, that was easy. All right. What about Goonie 20?
As much as it pains me to say it, I'm going to go with the Giants.
Ooh. All right. I don't know.
It pains my soul to say that.
All right, Heather going with Giants. So it's going to be interesting to see if Eli Manning can somehow stun that defense. That'd be pretty incredible. Yeah. JP, what about you?
That's just a silly question. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. This is the Jaguars, man. The Jaguars have way too good of a fucking defense, and their offense, they're able to run the ball. Saquon Barkley, like I'm going to say it again, not one guy does a team make. Yes, they have Eli Manning, but don't get excited on Eli Manning. Don't get excited on OBJ. They don't play defense. I don't know how good the Giants' defense is going to be. Good defense beats a good offense any day.
We got some shockers in the chat room here that Sarah's going Giants, David's going Giants. Wow, this is a very surprising one.
I don't care if the fucking little Giants beat the fucking Jaguars last year. Does anybody, I mean, was that game in New York? The Jaguars weren't hitting their stride yet. You got to remember, they damn near beat the Patriots last year. If it hadn't to have been for them fucking getting fucking lazy at the end of that game, I guarantee it, we would not be talking about the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I guarantee it. Yeah. And I wouldn't have been surprised if the fucking Jaguars did not beat Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think there was somebody. It was Alvin Kamara was bragging about apparently if the Saints had beaten the Saints have beaten the Vikings in that game, they would have easily beaten the Eagles. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two meet up.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but then. Who knows?
They're saying that basically, easily put, a lot of people are underestimating the Eagles again as a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, and I see this dark demonic underestimating the Jaguars. Everybody underestimated them last year and came within I'm going to say it, a cunt hair of beating the fucking Patriots last year. Who everybody said was going to fucking walk away with the fucking Super Bowl. You seen what happened there?
Not everybody. I was always for the Eagles.
I called it. I did the stream. I even said it the night before. I said I think the fucking Eagles are going to beat the fucking Patriots.
I actually sat there and said on the stream, I'm praying for the Eagles.
Yeah, I was. Well, any team that goes against Patriots, I'll cheer for. So
it's the Jag. I mean, the Jaguars. They're going to learn from their mistakes. I think they're going to be. They're going to be there.
Okay, well then the only person that hasn't picked yet is me, and I'm going with the Jaguars over the Giants because, well, I just think Jacksonville has more talents right now when it comes to that team. But we'll see if the Giants prove me wrong. We'll see if Saquon Barkley shocks everybody. But remember, Jacksonville's got Leonard Fournette. That guy's a fucking beast.
Yeah,
you guys gotta watch out for him, man. So yeah, they Giants got Barkley. The Jaguars could retaliate with Fournette.
And to the better offense, I still think I still like Bartles better than I like fucking Eli Manning.
Really? You go with Blake Bortles over Eli Manning?
Blake Bortles is a manager. He's not one of those guys that's going to wow you. I don't like it that he was drafted that high, but he can manage a game. He can manage a game. I will give him that.
This guy know how to throw to the right person. Even preseason, the guy was throwing interceptions. So we'll see how he does. But yeah, okay. Well, let's move on because I think a lot of us are going Jacksonville. I think all of us make picks. The next game is scheduled up. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Ryan Fitzpatrick at the helm against the New Orleans Saints.
But not even going to bother.
Yeah, are we all just going with Saints on this one? But do we all like? Is anybody going with the Bucs? Is anybody want to see the fucking cannon go off more times than Alvin Kamara go off on the fucking Buccaneers team? I don't know, but I'm going. I think that's just a one-sided game. Anybody in the chat? I don't think. No,
Saints, man. So far.
Yeah. No, it looks like
he's usually the one that goes against the grain.
Okay, everyone. Okay, All Saints. All right, All Saints. All right, next one. This is actually a good one. The Houston Texans against the New England Patriots at Gillette Stadium.
Houston Texans against who?
The New England Patriots.
It's in Houston?
No, it's at Gillette Stadium.
Patriots. I hate to do that. It depends on which defense for the fucking Texans shows up. But I'm taking the Patriots just because it's in Gillette Stadium. You can't.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, JP.
I'm torn, and it's not because I'm a fucking Tom Brady fan. The Patriots are due to fucking take a great big giant shit on themselves. They're going to come in, and they're supposed to be good, and they're going to have one of those 6-10 or 7-9 seasons. It's coming, people. Trust me.
Hopefully, it's this year.
But I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm going to go against him. I'm going to go with the Texans.
Bold move.
I hope the fuck I'm wrong. I hate the Patriots, man.
Bobbit, what about you?
Texans, fuck the Patriots.
All right. I like her thinking. Fuck the Patriots. I'm going Texans as well. Go JJ Watt. I want to see what Jadeveon Clowney does. Is this guy healthy enough to actually play football? Because this guy has been a waste of a draft pick so far.
Yes, he has. I haven't heard if he's back yet.
Well, hopefully this guy actually but there's a lot of news going on about Tyrann Mathieu up against Rob Gronkowski. That's the matchup to watch in this game. Honey Badger.
Oh, Gronk breaks his neck.
Tyrann Mathieu is just a little mosquito to him.
He's the Honey Badger. It sounds like a strain of weed.
He could be a honey digger. And I wouldn't give a shit. Tyrann Mathieu.
Honey shitter. I don't know if honey sure exists, but
I'm not taking anything away from him, but Gronkowski outweighs him by like 100 fucking pounds. And he's almost a foot taller than he is. So
All right, well, what's going on in the chat room here? I see Dark is going Patriots.
He says Clowney is one of the best players in the league. If he's healthy, he could be. He's also one of those lazy players, too. Takes a play off here and there.
Sarah's going... Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, no, you go ahead. I don't want people to know I'm crazy. I'm just writing people's names down here. What's everybody's got?
He's one of those players that takes a play off here and there because, again, we talked about it earlier. He thinks he's one of those players. He did not – it's hard for me to say, but he took plays. He's taking plays off, and it's sad to see. He reminds me of a Le'Veon Bell who's too much of a fucking pussy to show up for fucking training camp.
Yeah.
Because he never wanted to get hit. Fucking vagina. What a that guy's a fucking waste of fucking money.
It's not vagina anymore. It's front hole.
Oh, it's front hole. I'm sorry. But I mean, I love Clowney. I think has the potential to be one of the best players in the NFL. But he wouldn't play on my team because he takes plays off. JJ Watt is my guy because he does not take plays off. That's why he's always fucking hurt because he is always going 120 miles an hour.
If he stays healthy, he could be Defensive Player of the Year if he wants to be.
Again.
Other than that, they were there's some good candidates that we can put up for Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Aaron Donald could be up there. Khalil Mack could be up there as well. It could be anybody as long as they stay healthy. And I'd love to see JJ Watt have another run. So I think we're all done with this game. I think we can move on to the next one slated. We have poor Sir Cardinal. Poor Justin. The San Francisco 49ers versus the Minnesota Vikings.
God, I don't want to pick this game because I hate both teams. Where's it at?
It's in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
All right. Bobbit, what about you?
Unfortunately, I've got to go with Vikings, unfortunately.
Are we all just unfortunately going with the Vikings because they're too good of a team? Or
better than the 49ers.
That they are.
Yeah, it really doesn't help that they lost Jared McKinnon out for the season with a torn ACL for the 49ers, by the way.
Right.
So that's Jared McKinnon, the running back.
For who? The Niners?
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Didn't he play for Minnesota last year?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, no, they got to hit the free agency market with him. So, I'm going Minnesota because
right now
Sarah picked the Vikings, Dave Wells picked the Vikings, TSS picked the Vikings, Aaron picked the Vikings.
Everyone, nobody's picked San Francisco except for Cardinal. Here, I'll write down Cardinal just because he has. There, Cardinal with his one pick, he goes with San Francisco. He's gonna have so far the worst record of the league if he's wrong.
He'll be 0-16. No, that's 0-16. I went 4 games.
Watch him win this week, and he come back and be like, "Fuck you all."
Hey, I hate the Vikings. If the 49ers had some semblance of a fucking team, I would pick them, but they don't.
Right.
Crashed and burned.
I will be a happy camper if the fucking Vikings lose because I purple.
It's like hating the Simpsons because they're yellow.
I don't like it. Anyway.
Yeah, you're wearing a yellow shirt too.
But I love the color yellow. Actually, it's kind of a gold shirt. It's not really yellow.
Fine. Oh, yellow. Ego. It's ugly. That's why. Yellow's an ugly color for me.
Settle down. It's an Army shirt.
It's the Army birthday shirt.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an exception. There's a logo on it. It's not a plain yellow shirt. That'd be different.
No. You'll never catch me wearing a fucking banana suit.
Catch you?
Catch me, I said.
All right. Well, that was fun. I think we all went Vikings in that one. All right. Poor Sir Cardinal. All right. Moving on to the next game. We've got the Tennessee Titans versus the Miami Dolphins.
Oh. Where's that?
I think it's in Miami.
Tennessee.
Yeah, this is in Miami.
Tennessee.
Okay.
The playoff team last year. Keep that in mind, and they have everybody coming back.
JP. All right. Goody, what about yourself?
I'll go with the Titans.
Titans. Ooh.
You got to remember, they're a playoff team from last year. The reason I'm picking them, they're a playoff team from last year. They didn't lose very many players. They still have their core guys.
The addition of Dion Lewis should really help with the passing game, hopefully.
They have a really good – they're supposed to have one of the better secondaries. The problem with them is they don't have a safety.
Yeah, I mean, they could go out and get Earl Thomas if they want. Earl Thomas, he would make a great addition. And he could what about Earl Thomas with the Packers secondary, teaming up with Clinton Dix?
I think they're happy with who they have. That I can't remember who he is. His number Jones. Aaron Jones, I think is his name. I can't remember. No, that's a running back. But he's going to be a good one. I don't think Green Bay doesn't go out in the free agent market unless they absolutely positively have to.
They were in the hunt for Khalil Mack. I will say that
they threw money at him. But Green Bay didn't want to give up what fucking Oakland wanted for picks.
Yeah. Chicago was the only one they gave up all that.
They aren't going to give up their draft pick for that kind of fucking player. They don't.
When I heard the Jets went in there, I was like, "Are you fucking retarded? No, yeah. You already gave away Sheldon Richardson and Muhammad Wilkerson, some of the fucking best fucking guys in the game, and you want to go sign that one guy for double the amount of money? Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Yep. The D. Wells is picking the Titans. Sarah picked the Dolphins.
And we have Bobby Roode on the stream with us now.
Hello.
Aaron.
Hey, Coop.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. Just getting ready to settle down for the night here.
Oh, okay. I'm just letting you know.
The magazine did not come in the mail tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
No.
Okay, well, you're live on the air right now.
Oh, good for me.
Say hi to everybody. We're all talking football right now.
Well, hi, everybody.
Hey, since we got you on the phone right now, what do you think about Adrian Peterson for the Redskins?
Oh, with the skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I look forward to watching him play. I don't think Washington downgraded their offensive line, and with Adrian Peterson, it's not about him. It's about the offensive line being able to block for him.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time. I got to get back to the show. So, good to have your insights. Have a great day.
Hey, easiest thing I did all day. You too.
All right. That was fun.
David Wells picked the Titans. Sarah took the Dolphins. Aaron took the Dolphins. And TSS took the Dolphins.
Okay. So we got
Titans.
Or Titans, I'm sorry. My bad.
I've got a little bit of catching up to do. Sorry about that phone call, but that was fun. No, that was that's my father, who's actually a former CFL player himself. So I thought it would be fun just to have him on the air for a quick second. What did Bobbit already give his pick too?
I don't think so.
No, not yet.
Go ahead, Bobbit.
No. I'm going with Tennessee because she's the only 10 I see.
Oh,
No.
Where's the fucking Seinfeld thing?
My catch line.
Tommy's probably watching. He's like, I can use that.
Trexter, look up all the fucking. I'm going to throw Trexter in there. He's taking the Titans. So go in and pick all your. I mean, we picked 4 games so far.
Yeah, so Trek, you can go back. We've picked the Philadelphia Atlanta game, the Baltimore Buffalo game, the Jacksonville New York Giants game, and the Houston New England game.
And then this one.
Oh, and then we all picked the Saints, and the Vikings. So don't pick any one of those teams.
Just go back to the schedule and just DM me who you think's going to win, all right?
Yeah, we'll catch you up, but we're glad that you made it here on time for some of them. Now, this one seems to be a little bit mixed because a lot of people are going with the mixed thing with Tennessee and Minnesota. Or, sorry, not Minnesota, but Miami. I am going to go with Tennessee because the Dolphins are in my division, and I fucking hate their guts. So they can go fuck themselves. Hey, Brian, if you're watching, I know you're not too much of a Dolphins fan, but fuck them. All right, moving on to the next game, shall we?
Sure.
We got okay.
So here's Trek. Give me his picks: Eagles, Ravens, Jaguars, Patriots, Saints, and Vikings.
Excellent. All right, thanks, Trek. Now we're all caught up with him. The next game here, I'm not really too excited about, but Sarah is because it's her Colts against the Cincinnati Bengals.
You have 2 of the worst teams in the whole league.
So, basically.
You can tell how excited we are.
It's a shit show.
I'm going to make a bold prediction for this game. Andrew Luck may make it through this game.
He might. Provided he doesn't sit there and throw the ball off the head of his teammates.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. The Bengals are fucking god awful this year. I'm gonna retract that statement. I'm wrong. I think the Bengals are gonna win that game. I really do.
You think they're gonna be awful, but still win the game?
No, I'm wrong. I think the Bengals are gonna be better than people think.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they did re-sign their line, so their D line is still good.
Their defense is still pretty formidable.
So you're going to go with Cincinnati over the Colts.
Yes.
Heather, what about you?
I'm going to go with the Colts.
All right. Sarah's got a fan. Bobbit, what about you?
Yeah, picking the Colts.
Do I have to? No. Oh, fucking no, this is going to be a shit show. I'm just going to fuck it. Cincinnati. I don't even fucking care about this match.
My prediction is by the end of first quarter, both teams fold their franchises and start a new one.
Here's my prediction. Somehow their passing and rushing yards will be in the negative.
No, that will never happen. But I will go one further on that, Coop, and I will say that both the the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals do combine their franchises and fold and leave and go to the NFL because they might have a chance there. I'm just kidding.
All right, I think I'm all caught up with everybody's picks. I'm gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts on this one. I just don't think Cincinnati is doing well right now when it comes to their depth at the defensive secondary positions. I think Andrew Luck might be ready to throw the arm a bit. So look for Andrew Luck to throw some bombs in this game for sure. But I'm gonna go with the Colts in this one. I think we've all made our picks. Ronnie's just coming back in, so if you want to make your picks, Ronnie, we just went over the Bengals and Colts game. We've got, let's speed it up a little bit. We've got maybe about 7 to 8 more games to cover here. We've got Steelers against the Browns. What do you guys got?
Steelers.
should we put any thought into Cleveland at all? Getting the win somehow?
Not that I'm not putting any thought into Cleveland. It's just it's at home for the Steelers, right?
No, it's in Cleveland.
It's the Steelers.
They do have the better team, I think.
They do. They have the better team, but look, they're going to be competitive. Everybody can sit there and shit on the fucking Browns. They're going to be competitive. They're going to surprise you this year. that is my bold prediction for the year. They will surprise you. Everybody's saying they'll be like a 2-14 team. Don't be surprised if they get 4, 5, 6 wins this year.
Wow. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of people going with Steelers because nobody's giving the Browns hope. I think, Heather, are you going with Steelers as well?
As much as I hate Big Ben, yes.
All right. And Bobbit, you going with Steelers?
Well, yeah, I ain't going to choose the stupid Browns.
I feel really bad for all the fan base out there that are Browns fans.
Well, they've had 14 years of disappointment, so what's one more to do?
My God, I'm going to laugh in everybody's face if they go 8-8 this year. I'm telling you, they are going to be better than people think.
If they go 8-8, the NFL might as well just disband it altogether.
Why?
Because the Browns suck.
Any given Sunday, Bobbit.
I mean, it was only a couple years ago that Buffalo went 4-0 and was leading the league at the beginning of the season. You never know when it comes to the beginning of the season, right?
I remember when the Patriots sucked.
Oh, that was good. Those were the days. Those were the days. I don't think I was born then, but I think I might have been too young when the Patriots were bad. But
right.
I think we all are going with Pittsburgh in this game. Nobody's giving Cleveland hope, so
I don't want
not for this. Not for week one.
Not for week one.
All right. Well, then the next game, a little bit more interesting. We got the Kansas City Chiefs going against the Los Angeles Chargers. This is going to be a good game, I think. Who do you guys got?
Where's the game?
It's in LA.
Chargers might take that one.
From what I've seen with the Chiefs, I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
JP going with the
Chargers are going to be good. I'm going with the Chiefs, man. I don't think Chargers are going to be as good as people think. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Heather, what about you?
She said Chargers.
Yeah, just for week one, because they might. They're not going to be. I don't think they're going to be as good as people are thinking, but I think for week one they'll do a good job.
And Bobbit, what about you?
I'm gonna go with my AFC team, the Chargers.
Chargers for Bobbit. I myself am also going to go with the Chargers because the fact I don't like Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I swear to God, like there's high hopes about this kid. Some people are praising him. I don't like the interceptions from this kid. He seems to throw a lot.
Yeah, it's only his second year in the league too, though.
So when he's going against this Los Angeles Chargers defense, he's going to have Joey Bosa rushing him a lot. He's probably going to get rushed a lot. And look, I think this Los Angeles defense is going to be a lot more intimidating than people are thinking. So I'm going to go with the Chargers.
I can agree with that, but you got to keep in mind it's not. We'll see. I like Patrick Mahomes. I watched him fucking last Thursday. Holy shit, the guy's got a cannon for fucking arm.
He can connect with Tyreek Hill, no problem.
So look again. It's any given Sunday, and with this game, this is a toss-up. Chiefs made the playoffs last year. Yeah, they don't have Alex Smith, but Alex Smith was. They wouldn't have drafted Patrick Mahomes if they didn't think that he could do it.
Wow, it seems like it's just JP and Alpha going with the Chiefs. Everybody else is going with the Chargers on this game. So,
what I see Thursday, Chiefs are going to be pretty good.
We'll find out. This is going to be a really good game, I think, though. So keep an eye on that one.
Yep.
Okay, so we got the Seattle Seahawks against the Denver Broncos. Not really too intrigued, even though I'm near Seattle with this game. It's just something about these teams. They don't look like Super Bowl teams, in my opinion. But I'm going to go with Seattle just because. What about you guys?
Who does Denver – where's the game?
It's in Denver.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
And we're going Seahawks. Okay, what about you, JP?
It's going to be a fight, that game, that's for sure.
I don't think the Seahawks are going to be any good this year. Didn't they get rid of their entire defense?
I have no idea what we're going to see from Seattle. I think they're going to be last in their division.
I don't think Denver's going to be any better. I think it's a toss-up game. I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm going to go with the home team.
JP going with Denver. Bobbit, what about you?
Fuck the Seahawks, Broncos.
All right. Well, I really want to see what Royce Freeman does in this first game. This is a breakout game for him to see what he does. I want to see what this kid does for Denver. So if he can bust through that line for Seattle, then this could be the real deal.
Yeah.
Not a bad move, Bobbit. What's the chat room saying?
Aaron Alpha Broncos, David Wells Seahawks, Ronnie Lee Seahawks, TSS Seahawks, Trek Seahawks, and Sarah the Broncos.
Alpha and Sarah are going Broncos. Okay.
Going Seahawks.
All right. It seems like mostly everybody's going Seahawks as well, but that's just a game that's, everybody's a little bit conflicted with how it's going to go. I think that's going to be a pretty bad defensive game.
It might be like a 52-48 game. And that's just and Denver doesn't have that great of a quarterback either. So
they do have that line. They have Nick Chubb there, and they have Von Miller. So I do want to see how those two connect as a team. I would love to see how Nick Chubb, how he does, or whoever the fuck that kid is.
Right.
There's too many Chubbs this year. I think there's one for the Browns as well. Next game, we got the Cowboys against the Carolina Panthers. Bobbit, I'll let you start with this one.
Well, I got to go with Carolina.
I was really thinking you were going to go with Cowboys. But
You don't have to. Just because Carolina's in it doesn't mean they're going to win it. You're going to pick Carolina every game, aren't you, Bobbit?
Well, yeah.
Well, then you're a knucklehead.
you're not a good predictor.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Well, come on. You got to have some hope. Like, do I think the Jets are actually going to win every fucking game? No. I got to have some knowledge. But this is a good game, I think, in my opinion. I think Carolina's going to get the victory over Dallas in this game.
Right?
It's in Carolina.
In Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thomas Davis is out, right?
Yes.
That hurts because
It does.
Dallas is going to run the ball right down their fucking throat. I don't care how good. I don't give a shit how good Lance Kuechly is. He can't cover the entire field.
Can't be that good because you can't remember his name.
I'm not saying Luke Kuechly is bad, but he needs help. Without Thomas Davis, I don't see them beating Dallas. I don't. I'm gonna go Dallas. I hate saying that, but because at the beginning of the year, when we first started talking, I said Dallas is not gonna. Carolina is gonna be one of those teams. It's gonna be tough for Carolina to win without Thomas Davis. That is how good he is for that team. Yes, Luke Kuechly is the defensive guy, but without Thomas Davis, I don't know how good Luke Kuechly is going to be. We'll see. I'm going with Dallas. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going Dallas.
And Heather, what about you?
Fuck the Cowboys, but I'm picking the Cowboys.
No faith.
So we're split with the hosts on the Sideline Stunning. It's up to the chat who they're picking in the favorites in this game. Let's see who everybody's picking. I see mostly Panthers in this game.
Panthers. Sarah took the Cowboys. David Wells took the Panthers. He's like Bobbit, not a very good predictor. Trek took the Panthers. Aaron took the Panthers. TSS didn't. I don't know who he picked. He said the only way the Cowboys win if their defense plays balls out like they did in preseason. But I have concerns about the offense. They didn't look good on offense. It's because it's vanilla. They don't. A lot of offenses in the NFL are nothing but vanilla.
Yeah.
I mean,
they taste good, but they're fake.
They went 2-2, but the game against the Raiders, starting offense didn't even fucking play.
Mm-hmm.
Last two preseason games, the starting offense didn't even fucking play.
It seems like we only have 3 people going for Dallas. We got JP, Heather, and Sarah who are going for the Cowboys in this game. Everybody else is going Carolina.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a few more games to get to because we've gone over an hour and now we're coming up to 2 hours on this show. So we gotta speed things up here. Thanks everybody for taking the time to make your picks. All right, we've got the Redskins taking on the Cardinals. This one's in Arizona.
TSS picked Cowboys. Cardinals versus the Redskins. I'm going with Cardinals.
Cardinals. JP Baker going Cardinals. All right, where the fuck is my notes? I've written too much shit down. Okay, Heather, what about you?
I'm going to go Redskins.
Heather going Redskins. Bobbit, what about you?
I'm going with my friend's team, Redskins.
All right. I'm going to go with the Redskins myself because my father is a Redskins fan. And I want to see what Adrian Peterson does against this Arizona front line. Really interesting.
Truck went with the Cardinals because he's from Arizona and is a shitty predictor. Ronnie Cardinals.
Ronnie went Cardinals.
David Wells everybody else took the Cardinals. And except for Aaron took the Redskins.
Oh, okay. Let's just make sure I got all this down here. So who else went for Redskins? Aaron?
Alpha. Aaron.
Alpha. Okay, there we go. All right. Got all the names written down. All right, what other games do we got here? I got to step saying all right. All right. Fuck you, Matthew. Fuck you, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
We've got the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll let JP start with this one.
You want me to start with this one?
Yep.
It's going to be closer than people think because it always fucking is. But I'm not being a fucking homer. It's the fucking Bears. I'm picking it's the Packers. The Packers. It's going to be like 24-13. Everybody thinks the Packers are just going to run all over them. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, but I think it's going to be the Packers.
All right. I wrote you in the Chicago column for a second here because I don't know.
I'm just saying than people think. I'm not going to pick the Packers every
Close fan.
Don't ever fucking say that to me again.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get slapped in the face virtually, but all right. Well, yeah. So he thinks it's gonna be closer than expected. What are you? Do you think that Khalil Mack's gonna make an impact in this game against you guys?
It's gonna be tough for Green Bay to run in the middle or outside. If he's an outside linebacker, Green Bay. It all depends.
You've got the Ty Montgomery and they're passing running backs usually, right?
They run the ball about 20 times a game.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if they do more of the passing game. Heather, what about you?
Packers.
And Bobbit, what about you?
Just because you two didn't choose my Panthers, I'm going the Bears.
Whatever.
Oh boy. Bobbit's going with rivalry picks. I'm going to go with Green Bay because I have made a promise that if the Chicago Bears win the Super Bowl, I am retiring from podcasting. So fuck the Bears every game. So I'm going with Packers in that game. What does the chat room say?
David Wells said the Packers. Trekipedia said the Packers. Ronnie Lee Packers. Aaron Alpha said the Packers. Sarah,
nope. Nobody's going to Chicago except for Bobbit.
Nobody's going to Chicago.
Hey, you're the lone wolf. Give us a howl there, Bobbit.
I don't do howls.
That's how.
We didn't hire Brian from Family Guy. We wanted a werewolf here. Okay, moving on to the next game. The other games that we have to cover are the Monday night games. The first Monday night game is my New York Jets against the Trexters Detroit Lions, and this is in Detroit.
It's in Detroit?
Yes, it is.
Coop, I am so rooting for the Jets in this game.
Yay!
I'm gonna go with Detroit. I'm not going with my heart. I'm going with my mind. That is how bad I hate Detroit. I cannot stand Matthew Stafford. The guy is over fucking rated.
So you're going with the Jets?
And this is why I say that. If he was that fucking good, I'm gonna make a comparison here. You look at Aaron Rodgers. Look at what he has had. Look at what he has this year. He doesn't have what he has had. And I guarantee it, fucking Aaron Rodgers can win 12 games for you. You look at Matthew Stafford, he can't win you any more than 9 games in a year. Yeah, he won 10, but he had a good defense. Does he still have that defense? That is the question. I don't think the Lions are going to be that as good as everybody thinks. Matthew Stafford isn't as good as everybody thinks. I'm going. I don't get excited, people, about the fucking Lions. Trek, It's going to be all right.
We got to play that Bob Marley song. Everything is going to be all right.
I'm going with the Lions just because it's the Jets. I hate to say it, Coop. They're going to struggle this year, but they're another team. Look the fuck out. They're starting to do things right. They got a quarterback.
We can play spoilers now.
You can. You got your future quarterback, and Sam Darnold's going to be a damn good one. Mm-hmm. If they fucking use him right, it just all depends. It just all depends. They need a running game.
Yeah. They hopefully Isaiah Crowell might be an answer this year. We'll see how he does at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
But Bobbit, what about you? Oh, Heather, have you made your pick? No, she hasn't.
Jets.
Oh yeah, she did. She was the first one, and she's like, "Fuck it, Jets."
Fuck it.
All right, Bobbit, what about you?
Sorry, Trickster. Fuck the Lions. Go Jets.
All right, you got another Jets person.
The Lions, man, fucking Trek, fucking doesn't know how to predict shit. He picked the Lions. I mean, I picked the Lions too. It's the Jets. Sarah took the Jets.
I saw a little bit of a split in there. I don't care of any of these teams, but I'll go with Lions. David
Ronnie
says.
Lee said the Jets. Alpha said the Jets. And apparently Trek wants to kick my ass. D-Wells picked the Lions. And Trek, Tom Brady's not overrated. Definitely not overrated. He's just a quarterback, but he's not overrated. But that's it. That's it so far.
All right. Well, then we are finally at the last game when it comes to our picks, and that is the other Monday night game. That is the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Oakland Raiders in Oakland. What's your predictions on this game?
Rams, hesitantly, because the Raiders are going to be pretty decent this year. But I'm going Rams.
Heather, what about you?
Well, since The Goonies is my favorite movie, I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Just from a movie quote, The Goonies. All right. Like
Ronnie Lee said, Coop, I think you missed all the games. Here are my picks. Eagles, Ravens, Jaguars, Patriots, Dolphins. That's all she's given me so far.
All right, sweet. If you guys have missed any picks, just go back, write down your picks inside the comment section. I'll go back. I'll write down if I've missed any. Don't worry. I'll make sure we'll have your schedule, and we will see who has the better picks for week one. Motherfuckers, I'm going to come out on top of this, motherfuckers.
D-Wells picked the Rams. TSS picked the Rams. Sarah picked the Rams. Trek picked the Rams. Ronnie Lee picked the Rams. And Aaron picked the Rams.
So everybody's going Rams except for Heather. Unless Bobbit, are you going for Oakland or the Rams?
I think they're going to ram it into the end zone. I'm going with the Rams.
All right.
Also in the comments, if you don't get them just DM them. We'll get them. Yep. We'll get them. We'll get them.
We'll get your picks for week one. No worries, ladies and gentlemen. And for me, I'm going to go with Rams myself. The only person that's going with Oakland is Heather. So we will find out. That is all the games for week one. And wow, we've gone through week one, and I think we're about to wrap it up with this podcast because we are way over our time limit. Yep. They all have to work tomorrow. I got the phone call that I don't have to work. You saw it live. But all right. Well, thank you all of you who've been joining this episode of the Sideline Study. We look forward to coming back next week with who is the better predictor on the Sideline Study. Now, Bobbit, any last words from you?
Go Carolina and Virginia Tech.
All right, short and sweet. I like it. And last words from Goonie and JP from the Goldbone, Joe.
I'll let her go first. Go ahead.
And for those of you who didn't get the Goonie reference with my Raiders pick, the guy who played Sloth was actually a former Raiders player, so that's where that pick came from.
Oh, I've never seen Goonies.
It's a damn good movie.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just bragging about how much of a dumbass I am when it comes to movies.
I'm looking forward to the week 1 season. We don't have to watch 3rd and 4th string guys anymore. We actually get to see the real fucking deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm making a bold prediction here. Thank God we didn't talk about it. I want to see how long each pre-show spends on fucking Colin Kaepernick.
We didn't even get into that topic tonight, but I don't think we need to.
No, all I'm going to say about this, I'm going to say this one time. We as a society need to stop politicizing the bullshit. Can we say this? And I tweeted it out today. Can we say this? Do you think teams didn't want him because he really wasn't that great of a fucking quarterback? I mean, everybody's sitting on Twitter, they fucking cut him because he kneeled. No, that's not the reason they cut him. The year after he won the fucking Super Bowl, he sucked.
Yeah, he did.
He died. I mean, his QB rating dropped by tenfold. So don't fucking tell me that they got cut because he was kneeling. He got cut because he's not that great. The system that he was in is why he was any good. Why do you think Jim Harbaugh fucking left San Francisco?
I have no idea why. Maybe he just got salty because his brother?
He knew he had nothing left in San Francisco. Colin Kaepernick, his defense was leaving. You look at that team, they relied on their defense for them to get as far as they did.
Yeah, some of the players retired the next year after, I think.
You're gonna, when you play on a short field, you're gonna score points. It's gonna happen. I don't care how bad your team is. But if your defense can't fucking stop anybody, you ain't winning games, and that's what happened. They exposed Colin Kaepernick for the player that he really was.
Yeah, I will have to agree that Colin Kaepernick was not that good of a quarterback. And, well, if you guys want my thoughts on the Colin Kaepernick thing, go check out the minicast on the daily sideline study thing, because I've mentioned the Colin Kaepernick situations there. And this was a friendly football show. We all talked football, and we went over fucking almost 2 hours without even breaking up Colin Kaepernick. So we're going to end it at there. And I want to thank everybody who's been in the chat room that's been watching the show from the very beginning. Thank you, everybody, from Ronnie to Alpha to Sarah to David to Trek to TSS to anybody that I've missed. I'm trying to go through everybody in the chat. I've probably missed people, but if I haven't, shout out to everybody that's supporting the show. Shout out to my co-hosts who are always doing a great job holding down the sideline. And from all of us here from the Sideline Study Podcast, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. And everybody have a great day.
Have a great day, guys.